Mr. Chair, for having this meeting. I want to get quickly to the witnesses, so I just want to make a brief statement. One, I had the privilege and honor of being in Addis a few weeks ago at the 50th anniversary of the African Union, along with Ambassador Yamamoto, and it was exciting to be there, and I look forward to going back in August for a seminar with the Aspen Institute. I think that there are a lot of exciting things happening in Ethiopia. The economy, I'm hoping that things will be worked out with Egypt over the development of the dam. And as we think about the economic progress, and I think, most folks around the world do celebrate that, I do have to say that from the district that I represent in Los Angeles, there's an area of my district that's called Little Ethiopia. And I know we debate as to who has the largest Ethiopian population outside of the country, but I know that LA is either number 1 or number 2 behind the District of Columbia. And I will tell you that since I have represented the area, I've been in Congress 3 years, but I was in the state legislature for 6 years before that. And for all 6 years, I heard from the Ethiopian residents who have consistently expressed their concerns about the human rights issue, especially after the '05 election. I was actually preparing to go, and then the election happened, and it clearly became a situation where I couldn't travel there. But over the years, I have heard about a number of the human rights abuses that the chair described. There have been people that have visited Los Angeles who have been persecuted in the country and came to, one, see if we would be able to support them in the United States. And I know many of my constituents feel that they can't even go home to visit. And so I'm looking forward to the testimony. I want to get to that. As Mr. Chair said, we probably are going to be interrupted again. I'm hoping we'll be able to get through both panels before we have to go back for an even longer series of votes. So I thank the witnesses for coming this morning. I look forward to hearing what you have to say, as I always do, especially from the two of you. But, I really would like to take the opportunity of this hearing to drill down and find out exactly what the situation is, what our government is doing about it, and what the future might hold. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Meadows.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you know, Ethiopia is a critical U.S. ally, and they have helped us oppose, Islamist militants in Somalia. They host the African Union headquarters, and as has been mentioned, the second most populous country in Africa. So they're the key to the Horn of Africa, and also the key to West Africa, and to some extent the Arabian Peninsula. And even yesterday, we heard about attacks at the UN Development Office there at Mogadishu. And this region as a whole is still very volatile, and so the importance of an ongoing relationship with Ethiopia cannot be overstated. And so that's why it's disheartening to see some of the problems that we still need to address there. One party, as has been mentioned, dominates Ethiopia's political system. The media is often harassed. Basic freedoms are still restricted. So these are real concerns, and as Ethiopia's parliament passes new regressive laws, we need to see steps forward. And I am hoping to hear today from you those steps that we can take that will move forward and that exist. And as Ethiopia is one of the largest recipients of U.S. bilateral assistance in fiscal year 2012, as we continue to look to Ethiopia to be a good friend, we want to make sure that those relationships are not only good for the United States, but for the people of Ethiopia as a whole. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Thank you very much, Mr. Meadows.